course, and then the great doctrine. They think it's all right because, one person will say, oh, no, you got to understand, we in war. This is war. So that makes it all right. You see? Now watch this. Baqash. If you are in war and you find your enemies, that makes it all right, though, right, Baqash?
I don't think rape is good at
great.
Oh, sorry. I don't think it's good in any capacity. Now, in that situation, that's a circumstance. The argument I have with it is that you have scripture that says there's a penalty for if you grape someone. So it can't be good. Just the fact if you put hands on someone and harm them, that's a violation of the law. So how can grape be justified except for the example of the war? So how can grape be justified except for the example of the war?
To exclude, to specify as being an exception. To take exception, to object to or against.
So how can grape be justified except for the example of the war? Now, as far as
hey, Baqash, you got a daughter?
No,
yep,
hold on, brother. Baqash, really listen to me, brother.
Mm-hmm.
You are in battle with your enemies.
Right.
You see this beautiful woman because the Most High, your God, said you can do this. Are you going to slay her, or are you just going to take her and do what the Most High gives? He gives you an option. He said, but if you see a beautiful woman, you don't really have to kill her. Just take her.
Right, but
what would you do? Would you kill her, or would you take her home with you and just do what you do? What would you do?
In war, if all hell broke loose and the judgment was set, I'd take her home with me. Because the scripture says,
Stop. You answered that one. Just stop.
No, there's more to it, though. You don't just take her home. There's a process.
Right, but we know what the scripture says. Now,
right?
Do you go into her right away, or do you wait for?
No, I don't. I'm a man of the Most High. So there's
shave her head, right? You will clip her nails. You will clean her up. You make sure she changes her garment, her clothes, and then you can go on into her, right?
Right.
You don't think that's great?
It's not.
That's crazy,
brother.
That's crazy. Man. I got a 17-year-old daughter, man. My oldest child is 17. Now you telling me? Hold on. Let me hold on. You telling me?
Emotional, man. You too emotional.
I'm not emotional at all. I'm not emotional at all.
So why would you? Saneter distinctly.
Stop, y'all. I got him to say it, man. Y'all missed it. God damn it.
That's not right.
The time bomb.
I mean, that's not great. That's not great. Saneter, that's not grape. There's a whole grape is the grape y'all talking about. If I punch her in the head, tear off her panties, and choke her and have my way with her, that's not the same thing.
But you can do that because
no, you can't do that. I don't believe you can do that. I don't believe you can do that.
Watch this. What if she's saying no? She don't want to do that.
No, God. No, God, please, no!
But the Most High is telling you you can do that. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I wouldn't do that. The Most High is not going to tell.
Hold up, stop, man. See, now you're not being honest. So you're telling me that you're not going to shave her head?
No, you just said she said no. I don't want to do that.
Right, but you're shaving her head. If she say no, I don't want to. What you going to do?
What you want to talk about?
If I took her already in war, a war breaks, then she has to do what I tell her to do. She has to do what I tell her to do.
That's what I'm just talking about, man.
But that's not the same. But number one, that's the Old Testament.
What the fuck?
Number one, that's what we do.
It don't matter. That's
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
If you don't want to do it, Baqash, you're gonna take it.
Listen to what I'm saying. That's an Old Testament covenant.
Damn!
That doesn't apply.
I got you, bro. Revelation back there going off. Right.
No, you're not listening to me. You got to hear me out. You got to hear me out first. That's the Old Testament covenant.
All right. You gonna learn today.
You understand? In those times, even the heathens during the time of war, they would kill off the males and take the females and incorporate them in their nation.
The pagans would take women along with them, that the warriors might indulge themselves with them, or on capturing a place, the soldiers were given free rein to seize the women folk and rape them.
That's what the part about her changing her garment, she's being incorporated in our nation at that point. So it's nothing evil about that in that sense. You understand? And the man, he when you look it up, the definition of the chapter or the breakdown of the chapter, it says that the man loved her. He desired her and loved her. He didn't just tear off her panties and smack in her head and rape her. It was nothing like that. It was a process, and it wasn't barbaric.
Hey, Saneter.
Or not. So what?
Saneter.
Yes, brother.
So let me first off say to y'all brothers too, also, my father was an Israelite. Right, my father studied under a rabbi here. My son's grandfather started the Baqash camp here in Chicago. This law about war is ridiculous. It's super ridiculous. If you got a daughter, I have a daughter. Let's say some other nations, some other people say that their religion says the same thing. Their God told them if they come making a peace with us, some city, that as soon as y'all accept their peace, they can kill y'all or take y'all in captivity. That your daughter, who is a captive, can now be shaved, get the head shaved, and the man wait for 30 days, and then the man can go inside her, whether she wants to or not. Y'all are delusional to think that all you Israelites gonna go into a city, y'all all gonna find a female, y'all all gonna pick one, they all gonna love y'all. They're not gonna like y'all. Y'all done killed their fathers and their husbands and all that stuff. They're not gonna like y'all. So it's gonna always be rape because they're not gonna like y'all. It don't matter if it's war. It don't matter what's going on. If you taking it, you taking it. Period. There's no excuse about it. It don't have to be. It could be war, whatever.
You're saying that.
Hold on, Baqash. Brother, you got to stop saying that. Say grape.
I apologize.
Algorithms. And one more thing, Baqash.
Yeah.
Not only do you take her, but guess what else you do that's wicked?
Have children?
No, you kidnapped her, brother. When you take her, you are also kidnapping her. You taking her against her will.
Again, Saneter, you're talking.
She do not want to go with you. You taking her.
But she has no choice. No, I said historically, this is a common practice. Men would always go into a town or a city, kill off the men, and take the women. It's a normal thing. You understand?
That don't make it right, though. That don't make it right because it's normal.
You gotta let me finish saying what I'm saying, brother. You gotta calm down. You understand? That was a normal thing with the heathens. I said with the Most High, we had a process to go through. We didn't just beat up the woman and tear off her clothes and rape her. We ain't just do that. It was a process in that situation with war.
That's